Okay, so this is the Milestone Dashboard. This is just a daft project I created for two reasons. Firstly, my current workflow, I have a blackboard in my office, and at the start of every milestone, I write down all of the issues that have been assigned to me, all of the issue numbers related to them, a little description, and then I just do some colouring in to show whether they're blocked, in progress, in review, whatever. So just so I can look over my shoulder. You've maybe seen me doing it in meetings where I look off to the left and then pull an issue number out of the air. I'm not pulling it out of the air. I'm looking at the blackboard to my left. However, this is obviously something that's really inefficient. I had become a human API. There is a Gitlab API that can do all of this for you, and it's a GraphQL API. So the other reason I created this was to just play about with the GraphQL API a little bit more and get my Vue, Apollo, GraphQL, whatever skills just up a little bit. So here's how it works. You can log in with your GitLab profile. If you are logged in already to gitlab.com, and click this login button, it'll take you to a screen that says, do you wish to authorize this app to let you view the API or something along those lines? I can't show you that screen because I've already allowed it. If you're not logged into gitlab.com, you get directed to the GitLab login page. But once you do, it'll take you to your personal dashboard. So this is my dashboard. It gets the current date. It works out what milestone you should be working on based on the current date. It goes from the 15th to the 15th of the month because that seemed like a good time to do it. That might change because, since feature freeze stopped being a thing, that cut-off date has got muddier and muddier. But anyway, it's irrelevant. It pulls out the current milestone, tells you how many working days are left in that current milestone. So that's Monday to Friday. So there's currently 18 working days left in this milestone. It has various different widget things here. To-dos, that is personal to you. They're your to-dos. It gets that from when you log in. Issues, that's how many issues you have assigned to you on the GitLab org project in this current milestone. Grooming, that will always be 0 because I've not done anything with that. That is currently a hard-coded 0. I'm planning on maybe doing something with that, but for now, let's just ignore it. Days remaining, we've already mentioned that. And then underneath you've got these 4 issues, or the amount of issues that you have assigned to you. And it just pulls in some basic things like the issue number, the issue title, and this is the workflow label. You can also click on these to open up the issue itself. The other thing that they have is I've put this little progress bar on the top, so depending on what the workflow label is, this bar moves along. It's really arbitrary right now. In fact, if I show you the code for it, get issue percentage, it is a switch statement that says if we're in dev, return 20, review to return 60, verification return 90, and if it's closed, then we return 100. Proper arbitrary, but it's nice to get a little visual thing. And then all of these feed into this progress bar at the top that just has your current progress being chased by the amount of days remaining in the milestone. It's good to just get like a glance at roughly how well you're doing. It's in no way accurate, and don't worry about it. But that's what that is. You can also, if you look at it's a rather confusing URL right now because it's Sam Milestone Dashboard Sam. But this last one here, you can change that to anyone. So if I change that to Dave, I see all of Dave's issues and everything, which is nice. This to-dos thing, this is still tied to me because I'm not logged in as Dave, but I can see Dave's issues, and that works for any username on Gitlab. So yeah, that's the basics of it. If I go back to mine, this is polling as well. So I have this set up on a monitor that's a Raspberry Pi that's connected to a monitor on my wall, so I can just glance at this. And because of that, I wanted it to poll. So every minute it refetches the GraphQL query to see if there's any new issues. So if I'm just going to change it to be every second and go into the development version. Bear with me. I'll show you how that works. Let me just create a dummy issue. Okay. New issue. Okay, don't really know why all that came in. Test issue, please ignore. Assign it to me in Milestone 13.0. There we go. Straight away it pops in. Lovely stuff. And then if you see it's got no workflow label on it, but if I add label in dev, what? Whoa. There you go, it's down there now, it's in dev. And similarly, if I do label workflow, so it then becomes in review, then there you go, updates there, updates this thing up here as well. And then if I close the issue, there we go, it's closed. And this moves along a little bit more as well. So that's basically how it works. It's a nice little thing to have to just get a general overview of where you are in the milestone. If it's useful to you, then great. Please use it. If it's not useful to you, then fine, don't bother. I just thought it's worth sharing. There is a project for it that I will link to as well, so you can start playing about. I've written out how you get it running, what to do. There's some issues for things that I personally want to add. If there's anything you want to add as well, then great, add them. If you wanted to just look at how we do GraphQL as well, this is probably a good example of a way to do GraphQL at GitLab, because it's on a small project, so you get to see how we pull everything in, and I've written it in basically the same way that we do all the GraphQL for the GitLab repo proper. So anything you see here can be translated through to there as well. So yeah, have a play. Let me know what you think, and if you feel like anything is there that you want to change, then please change it and send me a pull request. A merge request. Jesus.